Nigeria, the Dean for the College of Education.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we have patient UJ Swa from Real Liberia, a USAID project. She was also on the committee with us. Yeah.
Now, did the applicant, did you give them any sort of opportunity to sit and interview with you?
Yes. We had two stages, right? The first one will qualify you to get to the second phase, second and final phase. We requested for their credentials, as it said. We gave them essay
You give them essay to
to
write.
write,
Okay.
and sent to us. So they did that, and they sent it to
How many
us.
words essay?
250.
Two
Not
hundred and
just
fifty. Okay.
different portion. One question could be, why have you chosen the teaching as a profession? So you explain that. Then we ask for your contribution in the community and other things, and then you explain. So after we went through the documents, we have points allotted for everything. Let me make this clear.
Very
We
clear.
did not sit together to scope.
Okay.
We did not sit together. So you sat somewhere else, I sat somewhere else, and you did your scoring there
But in the same hall.
in the same hall. And then we'll come together later and then see where we can place you at that time, at that point. So after going through your documents, we went through the essay, okay? And then we were looking for key things in the essay. If you had what we wanted, you get a full mark.
So what were you looking for?
Okay, for the essay, for instance, we're looking for spelling, we're looking for grammar, and we're looking at the flow of the paragraph. And then you get a full point.
Okay.
If not, if you have spelling error, we minus. If you have grammatical error, we minus, and so on. Yeah. Um, you will be surprised to know that, though I hope the people are listening to us.
People are listening. Don't worry.
There are teachers out there who applied for this that have even the degree. The essay was so discouraging. Yes.
The essay was very discouraging.
Very discouraging.
in
For
terms
some-
of in terms of spelling, in terms of
Everything,
writing.
everything, spelling, grammar. And like I said last night, I will just tell you the superintendent of MCSA, as I said, was part of this committee or is part of this committee. And he was sitting right there when one of his teachers, we read one of his teachers' essay. It was so terrible. And we just turned to him and joking and said, "Look, don't fire that teacher," and we just
And he
laughed.
has a degree.
Yes, and he said, "No, we just take English from her. She's teaching English, and the essay was so bad, you know."
But she's
So
a female.
yeah, so that is it. After the essay, then we narrowed down. After we went through the first process, we narrowed down to 13. We could get only 13 out of the number to go to the final stage. Yes. So when we got to the final stage, we did not depend on the essay they did because you may have written for me to enter the race. So we wanted to know whether you did your work all by yourself
Or somebody did it for
or
you.
somebody did it for you. We gave them the first 10 minutes and we gave them a topic to develop the right essay. And they did. We went through the essay and precious essay. I mean, the documents are there. As a journalist, if you want to go and read, you are free. You can contact Dr. Body. He will give you the document to read. Then you can judge us, from whatever you will read.
Now, Madam Chair, why were you people not looking at age, long years of experience as well?
Okay, things are changing. The way we were taught in school is quite different from what is happening now. Today, the world is saying hands-on teaching. Yesterday, our teachers stood and lectured us. Today, if you do that, we have cell phone. The child will sit in the class, either on his cell phone, and not paying attention to the story you're telling, But if the teacher is the students are actively involved with the lesson, we get there. So we're not looking at that. We're looking how you present. Now, there was a portion on presentation. My background is in curriculum. I develop curriculum, I implement curriculum, and I'm also training people to implement curriculum at the level of the university.
Okay.
So when it comes to presentation, I understand what to look for. So we're not only looking at that, we're looking at how you will get the students involved with the teaching and learning, and not students just sitting in the background and listening to you while you are talking. I may get bored as a student.
I'm still not getting the reason. I asked the question. I'm still not getting your answer. Why didn't the committee also consider the long years of experience?
Everything will put into place. Whether you spend 50 years or what, if you apply and you are qualified to go through that, then you will go through. But maybe somebody long year experience they didn't apply. We have people
You
that
sure
applied.
of that among the 100 plus person?
Few
Madam
did,
Chair?
few did, but
Okay.
did not succeed.
Did it succeed?
Yeah, few did, but they didn't
In
succeed.
terms of the output,
The output.
in terms of presentation,
presentation, writing, and all, they didn't,
did it succeed?
They didn't
The
succeed.
long years?
Yes,
I be honest with this interview.
I'm very, very honest. Now I'm saying
Mhm.
the documents are there. You can go and read for yourself. You can go and see people were there in the classroom up to 15, 16 years. The documents were received, and the essay was some was so bad. The presentation were not very, some were not up to what we expected. So that is it.
I want
I'll,
you to weigh
I'll
in.
come back to the yes.
I
come,
want to weigh in.
Yes,
to that
wait in
point.
there. Mhm.
You know, let me just. I don't want to sound biblical here or spiritual, but there was a scenario in Job, and Job encountered three friends during his despair in life, and his three friends have come at the same time while they were trying to encourage him. They vilify him. They talk things about him. They talk for more than 25 chapters of Job. In 32, there was a young man who accompanied the three friends. I think you're very familiar with the Bible.
Yes, go right ahead.
And then this young man sat quietly. He didn't say anything.
Mhm.
He was just trying to observe what these old people perhaps were trying to say. And then after all of them had spoken their mind and vent their anger, or at the same time trying to say Job had really sinned also, he spoke. And he said in 32:8-9 that I thought long years could teach wisdom,
Surely.
could actually make people to perform, to do better. But then he made an underlining statement. There is a vital spirit in man that gives them the authority, the audacity to do things in the right way. So when that guy spoke, after he laid the basis, that was where Joe's recovery started. What I want to say is that it's not because you've been in a classroom for 75 years. It's not because you've been in a classroom for 60 years. Like I said before, this was not about long service. Long service is good. We appreciate your sacrifice and your stay in the system. Perhaps in the future there could be something for long service. But this starting point of the National Teachers Awards was not about just long service, was about excellence in the classroom, where your commitment to service and how well you are doing it with the students. So we said the entry point is 2 years of service. So it doesn't matter if I joined the ministry for 2-3 years and I'm doing so well, somebody been here for 50 years. If the ministry is recognizing people, are they not going to recognize me? So that was the point.
Okay,
so,
Dr.
so,
Body,
so actually,
yes.
actually,
we want
yeah.
to know now from you. I initially told you that I was coming back to you. We want to know now from you. Given all those criteria you said, criteria 1, criteria 2, criteria 3, or 4 to 5 and 6 and 7. Give us an idea. Bring us up to speed. I know during the application time or interaction with the applicants, you know, based on their presentation, you were marking them, and it was based on that you qualified Precious Stewart to be the one who was awarded as the best teacher of the year. Now, how did Precious fit into all those criteria? Just give us from line to line.
Okay,
Let's understand
I wish I could put out, maybe next interview we do, we'll put out our application and read excerpts from there. And if we may, maybe you can call her later during the program and then she can say more. But I mean, the committee was observing for many things. The first thing is the entry point. From our observation, She had been in a classroom for 4 years.
Okay. So she
The
passed
national,
that.
yes. So the entry point is 2 years.
2 years.
When you are still in the classroom for 2 years and you are still teaching currently, you are qualified to enter the race.
Automatically. Okay.
Yes, I mean that's very important. Now, when you are in the game, you have the right to win and to play and win to score on who is in the goalpost. You know,
Whether you
so-
manipulate the game or not.
well, I'm not saying
Okay.
that,
Yes.
and
That's
because of the level of integrity of people on this team, I'm just a young person. You know, I will not trade that for my future. I don't know how many years God gave me. Maybe I still have 65 or 70 or
Okay,
80 years.
Dr.
so
Body, you've said already that she was qualified because you put an entry point at 2
2 years of experience.
Granted, let's move forward. The next one.
So
How does she fit in there?
So the 2 years, 2 years agreed. Then besides the 2 years, qualification to become a teacher again is certificate. Precious has
She
B
earned that.
certificate.
Okay.
Precious has a B certificate. Apart from the B certificate, she's already a junior student at a university.
A
Meaning-
junior student,
Junior student.
not a senior student,
Well, it's
not a
I'm-
graduate of the university.
Oh, not with
No,
a
no,
PhD.
I'm just asking you my
Not
question.
with a
Oh,
PhD.
okay.
Not with a PhD.
Okay.
But again, we said the qualification is C certificate, and she had B. So that's almost a plus, right?
Okay.
It's because it's above the minimum. The minimum is C certificate, and she had B and still learning. But apart from that, if you pull out the application, she have a number of certificates, professional training in different areas in early childhood. You know, one thing we are promoting, pushing in education, many of our teachers stop their education at the point of graduation. We've changed the name and called it commencement, but they are no longer adding value to themselves apart from the subject they are teaching. This is very sad. How can you be in the classroom? I can expect myself as a graduate level lecturer and go there standing and telling stories about how I did my PhD. I can't do that. I mean, so we have series of certificates apart from what have been learned or what has been learned.
That she presented to the
Yes,
to the
series
vetting
of
committee.
certificates,
Okay.
and we're also
Though the committee was unable to verify them.
no, the committee verified.
You verified?
Of
You sure
course,
of
we
that?
verified. Yes, the
That-
committee. Besides verification, we did background checks.
Okay.
It was one of the things we have. Background check. The background check is not just for the institution alone. Your community, where you serve. If you are teaching at this school, we have to talk to the principal. We have to talk to the PTA. We have to even talk to other people. Maybe
Okay, so
the
you did
dean
your
of-
verification.
Yes,
Okay,
verification
let's move
was,
forward.
was also done. So apart from looking at those pieces of information around that, one thing that was key in this particular process was the essay portion. The essay portion carries 60 points. Why 60? The other things like the entry level stuff, but why 6 major questions that you have to respond to?
For the essay.
Yeah, the essay. The essay, the first question is why you chose this profession? Why? Why are you a journalist? Why are you this person? And then what impact you have made in this profession? That was the first question.
So what is the impact that she make? Because I know that the beat to the question there. What's the impact that she make?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't have ready the application. But one thing we checked for and found.
But
is,
you know, Dr. Bori and,
Yes.
and Dr. Cassell, you are coming on this program basically to give us justification, to give us the rationale
Okay.
for I'm coming to give us the rationale for selecting Precious Tiwa as the best teacher of the year. And then you are saying to her that you didn't bring, a couple of things I would have asked.
No, okay. I was still trying to provide more information. I'm
Okay, go
just
ahead.
giving the information on qualification. I'm giving you information on experience, and I've also.
We
I've
want you to give
given
us the information on the impact that she has made.
Okay.
Because
So
that was
let me just put out. I think some other submissions I can just trace, and I'll be able to. Maybe
Oh, Madam Chair, you want to help while the man is
Yeah.
trying to use his laptop to,
Yeah.
unless the laptop or the phone or what is it?
Yeah, Precious in her community, before she even became a teacher, according to her, that was her story during the interview. Then we'll tell you what we heard from people.
Okay.
That when she was in school, she started working with her colleagues that were facing academic problems, study class, tutoring them to study together. After high school, before that, what motivated her to even enter the teaching profession. In her community, she started putting children together
Okay.
to teach them after school. And that really motivated her. So she made her contribution in the started making contribution in the community before even entering the profession. So that
by establishing a study club with,
yes,
with our colleagues and teaching them.
And then bringing children together,
Okay.
helping them
In the community.
In the community.
Okay.
Chicken Soup Factory community, there where she lives. So she started doing that, and then she got motivated. And she fell in love with the teaching profession when she started teaching children, and she tried to go to school and get some level of training to be able to help.
You are can I say an experienced teacher, Dr. Cassell, just by putting students together in the community, or putting a child putting her peers together in the community, or put his peers together in the community to teach them, organize it. Is it enough? Is it sufficient to appeal to your conscience to make Precious, the best teacher of the year?
It's not just that. You're
Okay.
asking what else she has done. So I'm telling you what else
No,
she
I'm
has
asking
done.
the impact that she's made.
Yes, she has
and you
made.
are saying
Even
that
the
she started
community.
making impact in the community.
She started in
Okay.
her community.
Okay.
Now, as I speak to you, Precious, as young as she is and is still in school, Precious has written books. Something that
She's written books?
yes,
Oh,
she
what kind of-
launching.
what kind of books does she write?
Okay, now the Ministry of Education has the early childhood curriculum, and there is no workbook. Pressure is now using our curriculum and developing workbooks
Okay.
for schools. She distributed books to other people in the community. She's now launching the books to be able to help our Liberian school system.
Okay.
So that is something that she has done that even people who been there, many people who've been there for many years have not done. As young as she is, she has started. So I just want us to see this as having light, a brighter future in the education system.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you have a young, promising teacher coming up and then can do all of these things, taking her time to help the community, taking her time to write. Teaching is not just stay, you spend few hours here and you go back.
Yeah, surely.
Go to rest. Teachers will continue after even the many hours they spend in school. So she takes her time, develop materials to help other young children. So that is a plus. It's not just teaching in the
What is
classroom.
the age of Precious?
22.
She's 22 years.
22 years.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I found some information
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Dr.
from
Bobby.
this. But let me just emphasize the critical importance of teaching and learning materials. One of the deficiencies, one of the challenges we face in our system is lack of culturally relevant materials. Materials that speak to our minds, our hearts. If I've written 3 books, I think you've read some of my
Yeah, surely.
books and so forth. And when you're reading my book, it speaks to you directly like you're reading a book from a guy from Nigeria or reading a book from a guy from UK. This is very critical. I mean, the committee was impressed to have seen two books presented during the
Books
physical-
of quality.
2 books relevant for early childhood. Okay, and prepared by this Kennedy.
So
Imagine that.
unlike
Yes,
the others,
yes.
they didn't write books. Nobody did submit.
We didn't, among all the other people who came forward, we didn't
Okay.
hear of anybody creating. If they did, they didn't present to the committee that we don't know about. So
I think that was a
that's-
major qualification for
that's-
Precious.
That was a major push.
Yeah,
I mean,
major
it was
push, yeah.
different areas are graded, but you have to impress the members to give you point for those areas.
Sure.
So let me just talk about, apart from the book, Precious, according to what she submitted, sent 3 unfortunate kids, less fortunate kids to school between 2018 to 2022, pay their fees.
Okay.
That's very, very significant because some parents cannot afford and their children who are dropped from school. I mean, this is a young person using her own small money from salary to pay others' fee. That's one. I see another point here. Provided free study classes to young community children during
the
the
chair spoke
COVID-19.
about that earlier.
Yes, and that's also very significant. And we see 50 kids in Chicken Soup Factory in 2021 also benefited from her activity outside of the classroom. I mean, all these people who came to us, they are teachers. We know they are contributing in the classroom, but there must be some extra things that they are doing.
But Precious
that
more
should
extensive
give-
in your,
Yes, so
your
I
contribution.
think because of this, and Precious is a writer.
Okay.
I mean, in the writing of the essay and stuff was very impressive. We also want our teachers to write. We want them to express themselves and the skills to teach. I mean, all of us, in the room, we are teachers at different levels, and they had teaching demonstration for 30 minutes. Why would sit there and observe what are those things that will make people the level of discipline, the level of involvement of learners? How do you motivate learners to be able to take the material beyond what you are just presenting in the classroom? So putting all these together, there's no way that Pressure or anybody could have had a wrath over Dr. Cassell, over other people, other deans that were part of this, or even myself. I mean, this was very serious.
I think, let me try to open the lines, but I think I'm captivated by the fact that Precious, it's a writer. She wrote 2 books, and she was able to present her work, books of quality. Precious, has been making contributions since from youthful days, breaking her peers together, trying to educate them and starting with them in the community. I think she made some marks there. 0776 540 987, or better still, 0880 514 096. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Let me say good morning to the Caesar discussing. My name is Mark Toko, and I call from the Office of the Intellectual Alliance of Liberia. Well, let me appreciate them for the conversation, and especially you, Saba, for the level of questions you posting to them. You play the devil's advocate. It's important that because since the award, there have been a lot of rumors on the recipients. Like, she's 22 years old and receiving the Best Teacher Award within the Republic of Liberia, whereas we have some intelligent, experienced, aging instructors. So my own take is, how did the evaluation came about? Because within the Republic of Liberia, the Ministry of Education should have gone beyond the rural areas, because it's not about applications process. I think the application was done by electronic means. You don't expect people in Maryland, Okondire, of my hometown, or that I came from, in Maryland, to apply. They don't have internet gadgets. So how can they be part of this process?
Okay, I think you made your point already. Let me try to take the minister of the deputy minister for public affairs. Let me try to get it. It's a portfolio right before he led me to jail. Tompo, good morning.
No, we are not living in a state where people can take people to jail all by themselves.
I saw because I didn't call on him. Well, you could have just asked the inspector general to bring police behind me.
I don't have that power.
Oh, you don't have that police power. Okay. Let's hear from you quickly.
Good morning to Dr. Bolly and Madam. Let me thank the team, the committee for the job. And I quite know that Dr. Bolly, who has been a journalist, play a major role. But I think the problem that the people have been having in the coming years, I think we need more publicity on this kind of situation so that, the noise in the society will, quiet down. But they did extremely well. Let me thank them so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, many thanks, Mr. Minister. Many thanks. Let's take this call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Sir Josh.
Yes, sir.
And good morning to Dr. Professor Ansu Suni and the rest of the panel in studio. This is Hilton Wulegedo, the Popo Defender. So, let me firstly acknowledge Professor Suni hard work at the Ministry of Education. But for today, I will not back Professor Suni and the others that did the judgment we awarded this girl 22-year-old, the best instructor in the Republic of Liberia. In my own mind, there were poor publicity because everybody to use the internet system. When the Deputy Minister of Administration and Ministry of Education mount the Mika podium, informing the Liberian people, he did not tell people that you will come and do essay. Somebody, do you know how many teachers you are teaching, and even the way their salary and sending all the children to school? If that was the merit system, then you could have gotten on various radio stations and you are not here busy. Tell the Liberian people that apply to internet system, you must be able to be a good essay writer, you must be able to have written books. How do you know that this girl has written a book? She couldn't apply. There may be other teachers who have written books, but because you the poor publicity, that way and I, and for me, I'm not certified that she is the best teacher, but because I believe there are other people.
Okay, you made your point already. Let's get this call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Sir George. My name is James Blamo, and I'm calling from Dupont Road.
Mr. Blamo, let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, quickly, I want to thank the Ministry of Education for such a laudable effort. And what I want to tell folks around, I think they should be based on merit. You know, they should not be talking about age and so-called experience. Person Stewart is somebody whose work has given her what she has achieved. So we shouldn't be here talking person is 22 years old, she's this, she's that. Like you guys heard, or persons have been making tremendous efforts in the educational sector, especially in early childhood education. Person and myself, we are took part in the Emerging Leaders Bootcamp 2020. And I tell you, she spoke of this. She spoke that she was going to make sure that early child education becomes permanent in Liberia. And today, hearing that she has won such prestigious award, it speaks volume. So please, let us congratulate her to see a very young person coming up and standing tall, and especially be a female. It's something that we should all put our heads around her and congratulate her.
Many thanks, many thanks.
I'm going to say thank you.
Many thanks, many thanks. Let's try to take this other call on the line this side. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Stephen John.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is Bodo. I call from Chichiwa. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to the family of the Ministry of Education. Kudos to them. It's another part of all things that are said and went in proper line. The only thing I have problem with, you should just step out a little bit with publicity. The flyers to each schools and other things besides electronics. I know they were on radio and other things. But for the first time, it did superb. And so I want to recommend you change your show here to Liberia Hard Talk. They won't show on the BBC or Server Hard Talk. It's
Okay.
very good, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll consider it. I'll look at that. Okay. Let's take this call on the line quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, Zaba.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Okay, this is Lauren Bobo calling you from Lova. We have this one.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Zaba, doing the interview of that lady. But the 2-year-old girl doing Ebola, she said, I used to go to house because there was no school system. So why they were politicize this? Local service again, they said, what you apply on the internet. After the whole thing, when they come and see their friend moving with banging, they will politicize. So the senior man that is sitting with you, madam, your thank you. Congratulations. The government, the president, have been sending.
Okay, Dr. Soning, Doctor, let me leave you there quickly. Dr. Soning should be on the line. Okay, hoping I can call back. That's Professor Ansu Soning. He's the Minister of Education. I'm sure he wants to chip in. Prof, good morning.
Good morning, sir. But quickly, I just want to, I will request Honorable Tompo to help us again this coming Thursday so we can take the team. So many people will appreciate what's happening. For me, the people who we depend on to hold on this education are the young people. So for me, I think whatever the case is, this is the beginning. We have started this. We don't want to make the young people to begin to think that I don't care what they do, they will not be recognized because they're young. That is not fair. The girl has cleaned the price. I think we should credit her. The team is credible. And next year, when they say apply, I'm sure we'll have more than 5,000. But believe that it would have happened.
So, Prof, Mr. Minister, so are you troubled by all the critical reactions coming out?
No, I'm not troubled because those who participated in this election convinced me. I know many of them, and I knew that even before now. So I'm not troubled at all. I just felt a little bit sad that the first time in 200 years for anybody to consider that teachers should be brought to the limelight of the country, and it is getting so much feedback negatively because a young person took the lead. I don't think that was fair. Because first of all, I would have, in my criticism, first thing is to recognize that it is done now and it's not going to go back. Then I will make my suggestions and contributions how to do it better. Some people say publicity, that's fine. we will do it better next time. But you know, many of us don't believe in this thing. Once it's coming from government, you don't want to believe that it will happen.
But do you agree, the Professor Soning? Do you agree that the publicity was not sufficient?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say publicity was not sufficient. First of all, Sobo, if I'm living in Maryland and I want an American visa, I will apply and apply online. If I live in Barago and I want to go to the United States, information get to me, I will come to Plibo and I will apply online. You see, if I can do it for certain things, that will be prepared. It's a matter of sacrifice. The principal instruction for us who teach is that we must be able to take instruction. We who are the teachers, they say apply. The best player of the world will never become best player except they get on the field. You don't get on the field, you're not going to be considered.
Many thanks, Prof.
Stop right there so you can talk to your guest. I'm going to read for Thursday again. I want to appeal to the whole country because the platform is larger on Thursday, various media houses, so that we can go to America on this coming Thursday. Take the airwaves again and talk to our people about this. Next time, teachers, I beg you, or Dr. Kiasel and Dr. Body, let us add long service to this whole thing next time. But let also those who been like me, been teaching some man 1970. We will be the one to get some solution.
I know.
That is now our time.
I know, Prof. Thank you very much, Prof. Let me take this last caller quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, Sobot, and good morning to the Conscious Mandela Bire.
Okay.
My name is Abraham Fudetiko Mojosetu, and I come from the headquarters of the Veterans Bureau on the most of the back where this morning. Let me say once more, congratulations to the best teacher of the year, I think, and let me appreciate your guest instead she take the time to explain to the public. Look, I think that Brandon to be serious. Most of majority of us we don't run after opportunity. When opportunity is given, we run after we are adapting to more. Look, we should be employing the Ministry of Education in totality the government of Labrador for bringing new systems to motivate students. That's why when you're doing something, when people are looking at you, say do the right thing. Some of the kudos to the world winner. Let's remain focused. You know, there are a lot of people who say what kind of thing, but we are successful in that. People will criticize it, but don't be defeated. Focus and remain focused in showing that you can do the right thing in the interest of the Labrador people. Think of it about doing it.
Many thanks. This last caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Yes, go right ahead.
We want to thank the studio guest, but they didn't do due diligence. And the next time, the way I listened to the minister that want to arrange at the Makeout press so they can go there. When the leader is going there, you must be very much on top of things. You must know how many percent. Don't say a little over 100. You must say 125, 150. And the minister just making a point, and I think they are where we are going. They will have enough publicity. They will have enough publicity to the schools. Because somebody winning that, even as a junior student, we want them to take the essay, the papers to the Makeout press briefing, then they read it. Let them listen to the essay, let them listen to some of the papers that get produced.
Okay.
They need more ingredients to.
Many thanks. That does it for Tiki Course. Now let's go back to our studio guests to respond, and then we'll take leave of them.
Okay.
Yes, Don.
Okay. When it comes to the way people apply, we requested for both hard and soft copies. Initially, we started with online application, and then when we found out that we're not receiving many applications, we decided to open it and we requested for hard copies. So we had all two, and not just online. It was hard and soft copy of the application. So I want to make that very clear. It was not just online. We gave extra 3 weeks for people to send us hard copy.
Okay.
And we received about 11 hard copies.
Okay.
On it. But the main thing is, as the minister said, many people won't believe. Once you say this, is like they are not serious. They have their own people to give it to.
Surely.
So they want to see now. You will see next year. We expect over 5,000-10,000 because they know that this is real. Okay. So thank you for the opportunity, and God bless Pressure, and let her keep up the good work. During her interview, one of the things she said, as one of the callers said, she had planned to even move early childhood from where it is. she's working towards that because we asked her the question, if you are successful, you are the winner, what will you do? And she told us a plan towards early childhood. When she spoke on that day, she always said that. She also said that.
Okay, yes, Body, quickly.
Yeah, for sure. This committee appreciates suggestions, even criticism, constructive, very fine. I mean, that helps to strengthen. But I refuse to agree. I refuse to agree that there was no publicity or enough publicity done. As much as the ministry could, there were so many things done. We were at Mika. There was a press conference with journalists from various institutions. We're on Truth FM. We're here. We're on Spoon FM. We're on OK FM. There were flyers. There were jingles, announcements for weeks. The Minister of Education was touring the country. He was taking the message to the counties.
Surely.
The CEOs, the DEOs, they got the information. They had copies of the application online. I posted it and we boosted it. We have over 130,000 people liking this. So for you to tell us that, I know there can be room for improvement of publicity, but there was publicity done, and people overlook this. And what they've overlooked have overtaken them to say, well, I'll miss this. So I mean, just consider that you've missed this. There will be a next opportunity for you to apply. The community did all it could, and all we could do to make sure we get the best was done. We are proud of those who have won. We are very sure. You go and see the principal from Bassa demonstration that won the principal national best and the national best and other county best.
Okay.
They are up to the task and want to say thanks to all those who apply. Look forward to. They want to thank LBDR for supporting the process, Millennium Construction and LEPES, and the government of Liberia for being of support. We want the teachers to know that there is something in the making for you and that you can do more, and definitely you will be recognized.
That's us saying that the age of Methuselah has nothing to do with the wisdom
Of Solomon. I like that.
In fact, also I read in the Bible about the certain rich man. And the Bible says a certain rich man, his ground produced plentifully. The Bible didn't say his education. The Bible didn't say his expertise. The Bible didn't say his long service. It said grounds. So you always have to pray for your ground to produce plentifully. I'll leave it with you. Well, Charles Body, Dr. Body, thank you very much for coming. And Dr. Cassell, thank you too for coming.
Thank you.
Have a pleasant day. And Precious, congratulations.
Yes and more, yes and more. You are the God of power.
Okay. Okay, now.
I like that. Thank you for playing it.
I always let you do that. Charles knows it very well.
Yeah, you can too. I'm ready.
Welcome.
You do unimaginable things. You are in the yes and more, yes and more. You are the God of power.
What is it?
Yes and more, yes and more. You are the God of power.
5 minutes after 9 o'clock in Monrovia, very, very shortly, we'll be talking about the City University based in India.
Things. You are
We still do it for the family of our fallen colleague,
the God of power.
Mulby Kesley, our former Simple English newscaster, who died yesterday. Our condolences to the family. Our hearts are with the family. You're listening to the SMS rated on the OBC 99.9 and also frequencies across Liberia. Our guests are already here. Quickly, let's speak with our guests for the next 30 minutes, and then we'll let them to go. Like I said, at 9:30, I'll be doing a monologue. You know, the National Fire Service has last week, in fact, released the findings in the investigation into the fire incident at the residence of the chairman of the former ruling Unity Party, Reverend Luther Tape. And of course, the fire service has come up that with the findings. I'll be, giving my 1 cent contribution to that in my monologue. That is Anand Ferry. Please continue to listen. Good morning, sir.
A very good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for asking.
Okay.
And hope Liberia is doing very well.
Yes, Labra is doing great and well. How you doing also?
I'm fine. I'm glad to be here again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, let's try to refresh the memories of our people. First, let me ask you, give us a little, background about the City University in India.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I'll introduce myself. Myself, Gaurav Sharma. My name is Gaurav Sharma, and I'm working as a Deputy Director in Department of International Affairs for the international recruitments of the students across the globe. And I'm from City University, and this university is situated in the north part of India. We are based in the province of Punjab. It's not far from the capital city, that is New Delhi, and this university in existence since 2016. We are a part of the CT Group. CT Group is in education sector since 1997. Since last 25 years, we are providing quality education to the people, and we have colleges, we have schools, we have universities. So altogether, we have a 6 campus in the north part of India. And today, I'm promoting my university with the name of City University here.
Now, you said it provides quality programs or education. Tell us about some of the programs that you are offering at City University.
At City University, we are offering a wide range of programs. It's not like we do not have a limited programs. We have around 80 plus programs and different streams. We have programs under engineering. Under engineering, we have different streams like mechanical, automobile, civil engineering. Then we have computer science. We have cybersecurity. We have robotic automation. So by that way, under engineering, we have several streams. Then we have computer programs, under which we have BSc IT in Information Technology, BSc Computer Science. Then we have Bachelors of Computer Applications. Then we have management programs like BBA, MBA. Then we have journalism and mass communication. Then we have design programs, fashion design, interior design, multimedia. Then we have other programs like architecture, law. Then we have paramedical programs like B Pharmacy, physiotherapy, you can say medical lab technology, optometry, anesthesia, then radiology and imaging technology. So by that way, we are offering a wide range of programs under different streams for the student.
You don't have program on mass communication?
Yes, we do have program with bachelors in journalism and mass communication.
So what's the duration of the programs?
All the programs, they have a different durations.
There are variety of durations. Yeah.
Yes, like for example, at the bachelor's level, we have programs for 3 years, we have programs for 4 years. Majorly, my programs is of 3 years, but some of them is of 4 years and 4.5 years.
Okay, 4.5 years. Now, John Brown is listening to you, sir, and he wants to attend the City University. He's based in Liberia. How does he enroll there?
Wait, sorry, say again, please repeat your question.
Peter Paul is listening to you. Maybe somebody called Peter Paul is listening, and he wants to attend the City University. He's resident in Liberia. How does he enroll at the City University?
So you want to know about the process? How can we get the enrollment? Yeah, we have one local office as well here in Liberia. We are associating with them for the collaboration under the admission process, and he will assist you the time when you interact with them the very first day from the beginning, like from admission to how to apply for university, how to apply for visa and everything. This is what they're doing with the name of Royal Destiny Education. The consultancy is here with whom we are in collaboration. The name is Royal Education Consultancy, and they're based in Elva Junction. And we are in collaboration. We can explain you the details of the university, consultancy. But City University, I will tell you the process. The process is, first of all, we require the academic documents. First of all, we ask you to provide us the academic documents. Once we got the academic documents, we can
Which documents? Academic documents?
Academic documents.
Do you verify the documents?
Definitely. We require these documents to check the eligibility of the student.
Okay.
One thing. Second thing is, we can also check how much scholarship is applicable, because scholarships are based on meritorious basis. If somebody have 70% and more marks, we'll give them 50% scholarship. And those who have less than 70% score, we give them 40% scholarship on the tuition fee. So by that way, first we require your academic documents. Then after getting the academic documents, we check the eligibility. Once you're eligible, we'll give you offer letter. There's no charges for the offer letter. It's free of cost. We'll give you free of cost the offer letter, which contain all the relevant information required, related to your program, like your program name, duration, fee, how much scholarship is applicable, how much is the fee after scholarship, how much is the hostel charges, everything. This offer letter contain all the information regarding your program. Once you get the offer letter and you go through the offer letter, if you feel like, okay, the offer letter is okay, everything, all the information is relevant, or everything is okay as per your satisfaction, then you have to pay your registration fee after that.
Okay.
We ask you to pay the registration fee to enroll yourself. The enrollment process is like we give you the visa letter after that.
How much is the fee today?
The registration fee is $300.
Okay.
This is a part of your fee. Like once we give you the offer letter, it mentioned in that one. This is the registration fee $300. This is your tuition fee. This is a fee after scholarship. So we can mention everything in the offer letter.
Okay.
Once you get your offer letter, to reserve your seat, to confirm your seat, you need to pay a registration fee. After paying the registration fee, you can get this one, the confirmation letter or the visa letter from us. And by taking visa letter with the help of our local consultants, you can apply for your visa to India. The local office address is Royal Destiny Multipurpose Consultancy. It's GSA Junction, Pennsylvania after LBS.
Okay. Now I know the man who's responsible for the local offices here. Good morning again. Your name?
Good morning. Once again, I'm Patrick P. Lena, Program Director at Royal Destiny Multipurpose Consultancy.
Okay. Now, what's the process? I know he has just explained, but from your end, people listening to you, your Liberian brothers and sisters are listening to you. What's the process like in trying to connect them with the City University?
The process is quite easy. Firstly, you have to express interest in the program. After that, you reach our office by our numbers and emails. You reach out our office, we give you information brochure, spreading out all the information you need to start your admission. After that, we give you the chance to choose your course, that is what you want to do in India. And we also give you a chance to let your parents know and be informed to do research, to do further research.
Okay.
With regards to the program, to show that it is legit, that is legitimate. So after that, you decide which course to do. After that, we help you to do your process. We take your documents. That is, when you're a high school student, we do the sorting out based upon your level of how do you call it, studies. Okay. That is, when you are going for bachelor, you give us your transcript and letter of recommendation. We look at your transcript, and they are giving out 50% for people above 70 average.
Do you just accept any transcript, or do you verify them?
No, not any transcript.
Okay.
First, we allow you to go to, you bring notarized documents to us. You make sure you go to the notary office and notarize the documents. We got a listing. After you are...
Well, you are concerned about getting more students to the university. What are you... that should be a concern. Why would you want to know whether the document is fake or not?
It's not just about getting students to the university. It's about getting the best students to the university.
Okay,
and
I see.
the rightful students.
Okay.
Not people who pass around and bring forged documents. We just take you and send you. We don't just send you. Firstly, we pass you through Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education give you attestation.
Okay.
After that, we send you to Foreign Affairs and get an apostille. We don't just take document from anybody. We make sure you pass through the channel of the right procedure before getting documents to City University.
So far, how many students have you sent to City University now through your office?
Approximately 4.
4 students?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
just 4 students?
Yeah, 4 students for now.
When was the office set up?
The office been in existence for like 5 years now. But
5 years?
Yes.
And in 5 years, only 4 students so far?
We are not only connected with City University. Okay. We are also connected with other universities in India, not only India, but Turkey, China. So
okay, I want to add something. Like we just came Liberia first time.
Okay.
And we came in a collaboration with the Royal Destiny of this March only. But since March we got 4 students, and we have approximately 7 to 8 applications under process. which is going to be issued very soon. These applications are submitted by the Royal Destiny. So at least 4 is confirmed, because it's a very short span. We came in March first time this year, 2022. And then we come in contact with the Royal Destiny. Since March, we got 4 confirmed students, and 7 to 8 applications are under process. So by that way, it's a very first year, and it's going well now. So yeah, they have a setup since last 5 years, but they're not with us. Like, we are collaborating with them just in March only.
Now, let me hear from you about the fees, about the tuitions that you charge at the City University. Are they how do you charge people? How do people pay the fees? Is it by installment, or you have to pay it in full?
We have a different fee structures, but we have semester-wise education. For example, every year, whatever the fee is for 1 year applicable. I'm giving a small example. If any of the program costs you $2,700 per year, yeah, of 50% scholarship, the fee remains 1,350 for a year. Because we are offering you scholarships up to 50%.
Okay.
So after 50% scholarship, for example, the fee is 1,350, 1,350. That 1,350 you're not supposed to pay in one run. You have to pay this fee in 2 parts. Every year we have 2 semesters. So half of the fee in first semester and half of the fee in the second semester.
Now, let's talk about why do you think it is important for students from Liberia to go and enroll at the City University in India? Why do you think it's important?
Yes.
Why do you think it is important for students from Liberia, to go to India to enroll at your university?
Yes, there are two different points are here. You're asking me 2 questions. One is, why my university, and why India? So I answer both. First of all, I may answer you with why India. Why India is more important, As I explained you even my last program as well, the India. If I'm talking about the education system in India, India is one of the popular destinations for the scholars. Not only from last 2-3 years or from decade, since beginning, it's one of the popular destinations for the scholars who keep coming for the India for education. India have a very strong education system. If you check if you Google it, and if you find the large multinational companies like doctors, professionals, IT professionals, and scientists. So India is one of the largest producer of doctors, scientists, IT professionals around the world. You can check with the Indian education system on the Google even.
Okay.
So one major point is a strong education system in India. Everybody prefer to go to India because it's more cost effective. If I'm comparing the cost with the other Western countries, like for the similar kind of programs in UK, US, Canada, or Australia, if you're making the comparison, India providing the similar kind of programs with the quality of education with the very nominal cost.
Okay.
The one point is a strong education system. Second point is a very nominal cost on a very, you can say, the cost which is very much competitive if you're comparing with other countries. Second thing. Third thing is in India, our mode of instructions is only English. So the people who are coming from the English-speaking countries, they do not have a language barriers. For example, those who are applying for Korea, China, and Germany, Italy, these countries have their own local languages. So sometimes people go there and they can facing problem with the local language. So India, the mode of instruction is only English. Second thing is quality education with the nominal cost. Moreover, we are offering scholarships on my programs, so students can get the benefits of these scholarships by applying for the City University in India. Now the second point is, one is India. Why India? Second thing is why City University. So City University, as I told you, we have students from more than 32 countries who are studying at City University. We are having a big international community of students who are pursuing their education at City University. Approximately 600 plus African students are here. So this is what, that make it diverse campus. People can get international exposure once they can get over there and they can get the degrees. Degrees are globally recognized. One can, after completion of degree, can apply for further visa, for further education, further employment anywhere in the world. At City University, If I'm talking about the programs, as I already explained you, we are offering a wide range of programs, so one can choose easily for under the area of interest he or she have.
Okay.
So a wide range of programs that make it people more convenient for the city university. Second is we are offering scholarships to the students, which make it more cost effective. Third thing is we are providing quality education, and I have a big international community as well. So we are not new for the African markets. It's something not like it's difficult to believe or something difficult to make credential about the city university.
Okay, very shortly I'll open the lines. Well, before then, before opening the lines, do you have opportunities that students can benefit if they've graduated from the city university? Do you have any sort of opportunities? Do you have links to send students for internship or whatever it is?
Yes, we have international institutions we have with whom we have tie-ups.
Okay.
If I'm talking about at City University, we have so many foreign tie-up with the foreign universities. We also have.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, at City University we have so many tie-ups, like tie-ups in the form of industry tie-ups and tie-ups in the form of university tie-ups as well. For example, if I'm talking about the university tie-ups, we have a tie-up with so many international foreign universities, with the University of Lincoln University in America, the University of Derby in UK. Then we have one local university in Tanzania, and then we have one government university in Africa with the University of Zambia. So by that way, we have several other university tie-ups, which make students the degrees globally recognized. We are offering exchange programs. We are also offering faculty exchange to know how the working, or you can say to check the criteria, how they do it in their own countries in Africa and everywhere. So we have a tie-up with the faculty exchange and student exchange programs.
Okay, just in 5 minutes, we can take a few calls quickly so that our guests can leave. 07, let's take this Lone Star number only, 0880-514-096. We are talking about the City University based in India. Okay, this caller wants to call on the orange line. So let's take this caller quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, Sabat, and good morning to the folks from City University. My name is James Bramo, and I'm calling from Super Road. Well, what I want to know is that I'm a student of Brookline University, and I'm doing computer software engineering. If I want to take a transfer, is it possible to take a transfer at City University and at that point where I've stopped in Brookline?
Okay.
Okay,
You heard him?
we do have got the transfer students, but for transfer students, we need to check what's the labels they have, like Bluecrest, what you are studying at the moment, and what is our syllabus. Generally, we have an exchange program with the universities. We already have a tie-ups, and we already have map of the syllabuses. I'm not very much sure with the syllabus. Let me go through the documents first. If that is applicable to our university, then we can give you from the second year onwards. But if not, then you have to start from the beginning of the program.
Okay, let's take this other call on the line. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Sabat.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm Charles P. Bennett. I'm calling from New Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know what all the things that you before they can accept the transfer holiday in Liberia,
Okay.
Yeah, already enrolling here, and we're going to transfer to continue studies. So may I accept it?
Okay, let's take this call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Sabo.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Sabo, this is Mark Doko, and I want to appreciate your senior guest. But quickly, I want to know as to whether the university would take full responsibility of student accommodation in India, because we experience students going to these places for study. At the end of the day, the university don't take responsibility, and our brothers and sisters are being lavish in the street, and they don't have place to be. Thank you.
Okay, we'll take on one more call. Okay, yes, you can respond.
Yeah, I can answer this
Oh,
question.
about 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, we can answer this question. At City University, we are offering hostel facility as well, but that is a facility. The student, those who are staying outside, of the person just told us that flourishing on the roads, that is by their own choice. No, none of the university want the students who came for education who can do like this. We are providing them such kind of facilities. If they're not staying in the hostels, if they're not paying for the facilities, how can I take the responsibility? Definitely, we are here to providing such kind of facility for education, for hostels. We have such kind of arrangements. But this for the tuition fee, we have a scholarships, but hostels, these are the facilities. You have to pay for that.
Okay, let me take this call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm okay, sir.
Okay, I'm Newton Abednego. I'll be joining from Pligo.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you for your show and thank you to your studio guests. I follow them very well. I want to find out from them really if one is opportune and go to that India and complete studies. After their return or while staying there, will they be opportune to find job for them by your studio guests?
Okay. You respond to that. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, at City University, as I told you, we have this university is also known as one of the leading industry-driven university. We have so many tie-up with the industries. We have industries with multinational companies, national companies, and local companies. We have a tie-ups. We can provide them such kind of internships. We can provide them such kind of training programs. We can also provide them, you can say, placements after the completion of program. So by that way, students are ready for the industry before the completion of program. One thing. Second thing is, the jobs, we can't promise the jobs. We can promise you the quality education. For example, I'm giving small example. Somebody want to come for education, we can provide them education. But on the time of interview, if we said nothing if we do not have a knowledge of the product, then how can they enroll the students? So this is also a part of students, a responsibility of students. They can go through with the proper knowledge of the product. For example, we are also help them for the interview preparations, and we can give them all 100% the best we can do for the placements. But the rest depend on student talent.
Okay, this final caller now. Good morning. Good morning. Hello? Okay, seems the caller is not there. Okay, yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Sabo.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Simon Kawa, and I call from Pinsville.
Okay.
I would like to know from your student guests from City University. First of all, do they offer dentistry? Do they offer dentistry? And what are some of the procedures in getting to the university? Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for the question. At City University, as I told you, we are offering wide range of programs, but we do not offer hardcore medical programs like MBBS, BDS, and nursing. For hardcore medical programs, one must have a medical college in their own campus. For getting a medical college, to approval for the medical college, there are so many complications are there. Like, this is a government process. We need to submit so many academic documents and, to get approval for the medical college in the campus. So that's why we do not have a medical college at the moment, but yes, under this one, we are offering paramedical programs like physiotherapy, B-pharmacy, medical lab technology, radiology imaging technology, operation theater technology, anesthesia, optometry, but not the hardcore medical programs like MBBS, BDS. The dentistry is under the BDS.
Okay, now, can you announce the local numbers as to how they can contact you quickly so we can take leave of you?
Okay, this is our local number. You can contact us. Now the Deputy Director for International Affairs of City University is going to be going back, so he's leaving on Tuesday. So you can contact these numbers to get to us. Thank you. 0555 904219, 0555 904219, 0776 804906, 0776 804906.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Well, many thanks. We really want to thank the both of you for coming. We wish you a safe return, and hoping that City University can really achieve its objectives by providing education to our people. Well, that's it. You can answer quickly.
Okay, once again, 0555 904219, 0776 804906.
Okay. I also want to repeat these numbers again, and I want to add one more thing that we have a local office at here at Liberia, Monrovia. So you can visit us for the further information. To visit the office, just note down the contact number so that you can easily approach our office. The contact numbers for the office are 0555 904219, 0776 804906. These are the contact number. You can come to our office, Royal Destiny Education Consultancy at Alva Junction.
at GSA Junction. So
Okay.
you're welcome anytime.
Platform, people do listen, and people do have a lot of respect and regard for us. So before we say something, we have to first calculate it. First, we have to calculate it, and second, we have to look at the actuality of what we want to talk about before we can put our mouths to making any sort of 1 cent contribution, like my friend and colleague always said. Now, we all heard about the fire incident at the home of the chairman of the former ruling Unity Party, Reverend Luther Tappe. And you know, when the incident occurred, journalists, as usual, would troop to wherever the news is. And so journalists made a visit, they paid visits there and spoke with individuals that they met on ground who had gone to empathize with the chairman of the former ruling Unity Party, Luther Tappe. And one of those the journalists spoke with was this chief scribe, that's the Secretary General. The man was just elected Secretary General of the party, Amos Tuwe. And in his reactions to journalists about the fire incident, he sought to be sensational, by even going to the point of saying that it was an attack on the home of the chairman of that party, and the government was involved. Sometimes it's easier, to make allegations, but to prove it. And that's why the legal minds will tell you that the burden of proof lies on the accuser. And that was the story, the narrative that they were running with. Amos Tuwe and the likes. Yes, I know, and I'll be blunt. I didn't hear Reverend Tappe, in his reaction to journalists. Well, I didn't listen, but I listened to Amos Tuwe, this chief scribe of the party. And I tend to want to agree with him because how do I put it? That exuberance, that momentum. The man had just come from election where they elected him. They threw out, voted out someone, Mo Ali, who has uses his blood, his flesh, and everything, his resources into the party. They chose to vote him out for Amos Tuwe. So Amos Tuwe said, well, I think I'm going to use this opportunity to begin lashing out. But he forgot to know that he has come into leadership. And there's something different. There's a difference between being a leader. There's a difference between being a leader and being a radicalist. That's a difference. But the guy felt that, I've just come from being elected as chief scribe of the former ruling Unity Party, and I think I needed to use this as an opportunity. And so he went sensational. He exaggerated the entire fire incident, throwing his fingers at the government as being responsible. But you see, when Amos Tuwe was speaking, yes, I'll be blunt. I didn't hear Reverend Luther Tappe, making accusation. Maybe he might have done so. But I think he was under obligation, the fact that he's the leader of the party. He's the chairman of the party. Because if something happens, if there's any reckless comment from an institution, you at the head of the institution, the reflection comes back to you. So I'm sure Reverend Luther Tapper was under obligation to call Mr. Amos Tuato to say, no, we can't go that far now. We can begin trading accusations because no investigation has been conducted. And besides, giving his position, his status as a religious person, as a pastor, as a man who carries the Bible, I thought that he would have called Amos Tuato to say, no, Amos, you can go accusing people. No investigation has been conducted. Let's wait until an investigation is conducted and then we can run with the accusation. But he didn't do so. You know, we who find ourselves, especially who carry the Bible, we must have one thing in the back of our mind, that we are conscious of society. Society listens to us. We are drivers of society. Whatever we do is what society will follow. And that's the reason why sometimes when I talk about religious people, I often make reference to Marco Bakla Francis the late. You know, he was just not a man who spoke all of the time. But when he speaks through his newsletter, he makes point. He makes wisdom. He speaks wisdom. Whenever the late Marco Bakla Francis spoke through that newsletter, the country shakes because he will do all of his due diligence before he writes and speaks out to the people. He was truly a conscience of society. And I think that's why our religious people, especially where you find yourself, you carry that title, pastor, reverend. People listen to you and you got followers. People listen to you for standing moral grounds. And it's good that he has come in to serve as the chairman of the party, of the former ruling unity party. But he's also under obligation to guard his people against what they speak about, to guard his people against their utterances, against their attitudes. He's under obligation. When Mr. Amos Tuato was making the allegation, I didn't hear Reverend Luther Tapper call him to box to say, look, you can't. This is not about politics. The first thing, what would the government hope to achieve? To wanting, to want to see the residents of its citizens burned down to ashes. What would the government want to achieve? What is it? What bone does the government want to pick? What is the government's interest in wanting to see its citizens' house being gutted by fire? What is it that the government wants to achieve? In fact, what has Reverend Luther Tapper, who has just come into politics, a reverend turning into politician, what has he done to the government? Since, in fact, his election as the chairman of the party, what major policy statement, or what major criticisms, or what major political statement has he made that will injure the reputation of the government, for which the government wants to burn his house? I'm sure the Amos Tuato and the rest were just being wageful. And you know, like I said initially, it's much easier, to make accusations, allegations, but to sustain, to prove them is another thing. Today, we've heard from the Labrador National Fire Service that what had happened, that the fire incident that happened at the home of Reverend Luther Tapper was as a result of electrical shock. This country, Liberia, belongs to all of us. If you don't elect the president, elect the country. If you don't elect the country, elect the people. like the people, love the people, because those are the people who you are intending to lead tomorrow. You can come in as a politician, as a chief scribe of a party, and you want to exploit an opportunity by accusing the government. You can't. It doesn't show leadership on your part. In fact, leaders don't even easily talk. Before a leader can talk, he engages his brains. Before a leader can talk, he calculates. Before a leader can talk, he does or she does her research. You don't just say anything because you think you've just come from being elected as chief scribe of a former ruling political party. Because of you, they voted out individuals who spend a lot and pour all their resources into a party. And so you've come now to say, oh, I come and lash at the government. I got the opportunity now. That doesn't show that you are a leader. And mind you, the electorates are listening. The electorates are following up. Don't think that our people are not aware or they are not following what is happening. They know the truth, politicians from the pseudo ones. They know the politicians that are desperate for powers. So to the extent that anything that happens, they think that the government is responsible. Our people are listening. Our people are following up. And Mr. Amos Twe even forgot to know that, oh, we've just come from an acrimonious Congress or from acrimonious convention. People were not happy. People were dissatisfied. People were dissatisfied. They were not happy. We voted out individuals who spend their resources, who put their monies into the party. We voted out people who spend their blood. Like the Mo Ali, long years he's been in the party. They voted him out because of you. Like the former chair who has been running his business, he invested his resources in the party. They voted him out. People were not happy. You've just returned from an acrimonious convention. You're not even thinking about the aftermath of that. You're not even thinking about the ripple effects. After you've made people unhappy, then you come because of a fire incident at your chairman's house, then you blame the government. You don't play politics like that. It is about time that our politicians begin to extrude from that political demonization. You don't demonize your fellow politicians. You don't demonize the institution. You don't demonize the government because you want to score some political capital. You don't do that. Yeah, it is now. The National Fire Service has come up to say what had happened. It was as a result of electrical shocks at the home of Mr. Rudolph Thaper. Why can't you say it again? Are you going to say that the government manipulated the outcome of the investigation? We got to be serious here. And Reverend Thaper, before I open the lines, you are under obligation to ensure that morality is upheld in that party. The fact that you are a clergyman, the fact that you are a pastor, you are a reverend, you read the Bible than those who you are leading. Many times than those who are leading, you read the Bible. You are under obligation to ensure that morality is upheld in that party. It's one thing serving as a chairman of a political party, a reverend, another thing ensuring that morality is upheld. There will be time that people want to make false accusations. There will be time that people want to take the path of demonizing other people. You there as a reverend, you will be telling them, no, you can do this. I'm the chair of the party. Anything that goes wrong, I'll be held responsible. But you sat there and you allow Amos Twe to peddle lies anyone does, that the government was responsible. You are under obligation, Reverend Tabe, to uphold morality. You are under obligation. The position you've placed yourself in as a chairman of a political party is a tough position. It's a tough position. People will come at you. They will criticize you. They will condemn you. You got to uphold morality. Some of your partisans, they'll resort to violence. Some of them, they'll resort to insulting people and saying things about people that they don't even know about. You are under obligation to bring them to book. You are under obligation, Reverend Luther Tabe. Being a chairman of a political party, a lot is expected of you. That's all I want to say to you. Your chief scribe came up with the allegation for the purpose of trying to impinge on the government's reputation. For the purpose of making the government bad, to look bad in the international community. That was the intent of the chief scribe. But he did succeed because there are more good people than bad people. All of us were waiting for the outcome of the investigation. Now the outcome has come. The fire incident at your house, it was just an electrical shock. It was nothing that someone took kerosene or whatever it is to go and damage your home. We got to call spade a spade. Being a leader of a political party, I'm reminding you again, you are a reverend. You read the Bible many times than those who you are leading in that party. You must be able to uphold morality. We are counting on you for that, to uphold morality. That the Amos 2 and the likes will not just come up to make reckless statements, will not just come up full-heartedly to say things that they shouldn't have, or to say things that would damage the image and reputation of our country. Then you sit there as a reverend and you listen and look at them. You are under obligation, Reverend Luther Tabe, chairman of the former ruling Unity Party. You are under obligation to uphold morality. You are a reverend.
That cry you will cry.
07765400987 or better still 08805140996. That's the number to call quickly. 07765400987 or better still 08805140996. The first caller is on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah. This is what
Go right ahead quickly.
Thank you for the topic of the session. Like, if you regular Saturday morning, sometimes it's good to allow people to investigate these 4.6 people. But in all, like you get a photo, we are not to the youth department that comment so 12 years of this function, and there was nothing that the CDC people were in opposition by accusing them on anything that they happen to do. People are talking at the party happen when we start to point things that is contained or and also now it just remains as state and the president sends to the state because of things that are able. But sometimes also they happen to let people to do the report that investigated before point because you would have replaced someone like Mo Ali. Then you can't also make such a regular statement, point accusing the government without having facts of him. And for the very, these are the people that people criticize the people in according to this. You know, as a very who on seeing the party being the private chairman and lying your police to be to accuse of it. I tell you to be the one to even tell you that wait for the investigation before pointing out people. But you just only you got a shit for president. We are influenced on the TV. They will continue to hear it because we'll go out to the party by voting mass. Thank you for asking me.
Many thanks, amen. Many thanks. Let's get this call on the line quickly. Okay, this caller, good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's take this call on the line quickly. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning quickly.
Yeah, this is Aaron.
Yes, Aaron, go right ahead.
Yeah, this is Aaron Nimepe, the guy who you talking about on the show. I just called to provide some clarity because you are sitting on the air.
Aaron Nimlempe?
Something good.
What I call pay?
You said what?
You say Aaron Nimlempe?
This is Aaron Nimepe, the Aaron name that is in the report that you have been mentioning. Maybe you don't know.
But I'm not talking about Aaron. Did I call Aaron Mimia? I'm talking about the report. Good morning.
Good morning, Zaba.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Zaba, this is Liberia.
Mhm.
One good thing we believe with Liberia is when you're living in Liberia, they will not know your goodness until you can leave this country. But why we believe this government? Well, why you guys are doing let's pray for that Liberia one day, Liberia will develop. See, River Road, Chico is right now when you're on the road, we need to be grateful to the government, man. Thank you.
Many thanks, many thanks. Let's take the call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Sobo.
Good morning, sir.
Sobo, this is Mark Doko.
Mark, let's hear from you.
The statement from the United Party SG wasn't that harsh and devilish, but it was reckless to the highest extent because you cannot look at government and their accuse. We agree that we all empathize with Luther Tape. And the results clearly show that it was a shock for electrical shock. And the guys came out to seek political sentiment at the detriment of that fire outbreak and spitting lies and chicaneries on government. I think he needs to be arrested now, given the result from the Labrador National Fire Service. Because you cannot come to public sentiment that way. The guy has lost relevance, and the only way they could come out to say, let's show our face, is to spit lies on government. And Reverend Luther Tape, who is a reverend,
Surely.
and so one of the parties speak devilish, as a reverend, you're supposed to rebuke that person and pray for them. But he did not do that. So this is the fault of the United Party. We told you that these people serve for 12 years and they have done nothing. Even in opposition, they have no direction. They don't advise. And they have their political leader, Mr. Baka, who do not give any advice to them as to elder men teaching his children. So it just ties to our political dispensation that people like Amos Stewart will rain lies and chicaneries and fake news on government. The result has proven, and he should apologize. We will demand him to apologize, or else you'll be taken to the competent court of law. Thank you.
Many thanks. 0776 540 987. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Sabo. How you doing?
I'm okay, sir.
Yeah, Sabo, this is for the really happy.
Let's hear from you.
The statement made by the chairman, the secretary general of the United Party, is not something strange. Do we remember when President Sedi was celebrating a birthday, was saying Amos Stewart at Lisbon? So he noticed of making regular statements. So it's not something strange to us.
Many thanks. 0776 540 987. Let's take this call on the line quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Saba.
Good morning, sir.
This is Abu Shari. I'm praying for freeway. Brother Saba, I got my sympathy to your colleague and the family. Our simple English, our simple Labrador English man who just passed out yesterday. My sympathy to all of you people and the family.
Okay.
Brother Saba, thank you very much.
Okay, many thanks, many thanks. Let's take this call on the line also. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. George, I really appreciate your insight into everything that happened. You analyze it rightly as a journalist. I wish and hope, because you wait for government to go and government to come. Some people will be like you. Everything about this country, our politicians are scaring away, it's just a political, the suffering of the masses. The politicians, they are also responsible because they don't push anything good about this country. Why it is real, there is an individual who we all elected yesterday. So I don't want to just, commend you for what you are doing. Tell the people, let them know the reality. We're seeing the reality of real government, but they don't want to see they are blind to it. Thank you very much.
Many thanks.
Thank you. God bless you.
Many thanks also, many thanks. Let's take this call on the line. Good morning. I'm okay, sir. Let's hear from you, Momo.
I listened to Mr. Imola and one
of the government to do it because of the party. The party. But when listening to other officials from the party, they start saying, no, the war for him is different. It's not the official war from the party, this and that. So I've said to people, I said, but then he made to do this or what? And there's too many people, something happening, they don't want to be fair discussing. So we look at our brother, that if you're not part of the government, you must support the government. So I was like, people got to know that the election, when we do it, let's do it fairly and work with benefit. Because people will do things when they like or what in their interest. That's why they do they were speaking.
Oh, we can continue with you on the line. He's now coming in. Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Okay, this is Abenigo Nido. I do join from Privo.
Let's hear from you, Abenigo.
You know, these days, our oppositions, now, many of times they give information that is completely illusional. Now, it is not compulsory that you give government process, but you also have the responsibility to complete the last part of government. But many of times, they provide information that are idiotic, and I believe that it is not worth to be in our society currently. The best thing we can do is we have to engage issues that are proper, factual, and accurate. But it is part of fortress for such to continue to come from out. From our opposition must. I think it is just a genius. It is unorthodox for this continue to be in our country. It is sad. I hope and pray that they have to deviate from that because it is very much frustrating. I believe that there will be people who cannot complete the level of government so that when they come into being, so that they can step from there and begin. But it is very sad for them. Thank you for the time.
Many thanks. Well, it's just I'll go home. But before going, again, Reverend Luther Thaper is just one thing to serve as chair of a political institution. Another thing to ensure that you uphold the morality in the morality in the party. The fact that you are a reverend, you got to do more. Many of your partisans, some of them will come up to make accusations recklessly. You are under obligation to bring them to book. Yes, I said I didn't hear you, making accusation against the government, but your chief scribe did. You are under obligation to call into book, to call into order, to say no. Don't go that route. You are now a leader. And I understand why Amos Tue, behaved the way he behaved. Because, he just came from election. They voted out somebody who been spending all their time and resources, and they brought him on board. So he felt that there was the appropriate time. And that was his first, mission to come against government. Again, Reverend Thaper, you must hold morality. The honor is on you to do that.